Hello, and welcome back. So, last week we just kind of walked around trying to do a few things. Accomplished a number of side quests, and at this point, we are going to need to go do something actually major. So, at this point, we're going to head to, let's see, I think it's Haven. Yeah, Haven to start finding the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I was kind of try to put that off till last, but looks like we are going to need to take care of that now, so sooner rather than later. So, I guess stop off at the Soldier's Peak to exchange some equipment, but that will be off. Sounds rather smart. Anyway, time to stop playing dress up. All right.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
Of course. It will be done.
Now, whom to bring with me to find the Sacred Ashes? I know she's religious, so she'd like to go there, but I kind of... And off to Haven we go.
Will you stop eating?
I'm hungry.
Stuff your face at camp. For now, watch the bloody road.
But we've been looking at the road for hours. No travelers all day.
Will one of you pay attention?
Oi, who's that?
Okay, over there. Of course.
hungry bandit.
Now we go into the
Hey, Sten? How much are you attack? What? Where's Shale going? Oh, you found someone else.
Existences.
As you say. It is some kind of trap.
Cool.
What is that? A trap? Turn and run! As you say. It will be done. As you say. It is some kind of trap.
Barricades, I think that's everything. Okay.
doing in Haven? There's nothing for you here.
So this is Haven?
What do you want?
I have some questions about Haven.
Ask and be on your way.
Who's in charge of the village?
Father Eirik is our spiritual leader and guide. He's in the chantry giving a sermon. You should not disturb him.
I don't think I'd ask why I haven't heard of Haven before, because being from Orzammar, there's not much reason for me to hear about all the cities and settlements of the humans. Probably also wouldn't question that. How long has Haven been here?
Haven's always been here. My family knows no other home.
Yeah. Thought families would just stay in one place for generation upon generation. Why haven't I heard of Haven before? Alas, it's just for the information.
We keep to ourselves. We see no need to announce our presence to the world. It's more peaceful that way.
I don't need to know anything else about Haven.
Then perhaps you should return to the lowlands.
Have you heard of the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
The urn is nothing but a legend.
I feel like asking either of these questions is likely to produce bad results, because I do know that there's a cult that's after him and anyone's asking about him. I would like to explore Haven for a while.
We do not appreciate lowlanders looking about our home as though it was some sort of zoo.
Not sure how old the concept of a zoo is. I mean, like, a rich person might have, a very rich person might, you know, might have had, like, their own private menagerie, but not so much an open zoo. Very well, excuse me.
You may trade for supplies at the shop if you wish. Then I suggest you and your companions leave.
I suggest we tread carefully here. Something is amiss.
Interesting strategy. Tell me, do you intend to keep going north until it becomes south and attack the Archdemon from the rear?
It'll never see this coming.
Truly, it would surprise me if my enemy counterattacked by running away and climbing a mountain.
Harl Eamon is ill, that's why we're here.
How will this help him?
The ashes can heal him.
I have no doubt of your faith. I am beginning to doubt your sanity, however. The Archdemon is our goal, and we are heading away from it to find the charred remnants of a dead woman. I will not simply follow in your shadow as you run from battle.
I'm not running, Sten.
Then turn and fight. You keep the Darkspawn waiting.
It will be done.
Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Were you up? Were you down? Chasing rabbits round the town. Come, Bonnie Lynn. Tell us where you've been. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. It is soft, it is warm. It will shelter from the storm. Come, Bonnie Lynn. We've a bed to put you in. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within. A mossy stone, a finger bone. No one knows but Lynn alone. Dear Bonnie Lynn, sleeps the peaceful crib within.
Creepy. Talk to the child.
Who are you? You shouldn't be here.
Where is everyone else?
In the chantry. Mother wanted me to go to the chant, but she doesn't get to tell me what to do anymore. I'm sick of listening to Father Eirik, along with the babies and the girls. Soon I'll be old enough to go up the mountain and...
And what?
Nothing. It's just nicer up there. You wouldn't understand. Lowlanders don't belong here. What? Why are you looking at me like that?
I bet you're a clever boy. What do you know about Haven?
Haven is Haven. But I have a secret. Do you want to see?
Yes, show me. To whom did that belong?
Don't know. It's lucky. I keep it with me. Don't tell anyone, alright?
Try talking to this child again.
Heh, you're not so bad. But you're still not supposed to be here.
I do not understand what a golem is. Why would anyone create such a being?
Why would one create a sword? To strike at its enemies.
But you are no sword golem. You speak like a living creature, but act like a possession. I do not know what to make of you.
I am no possession. Not now that the control rod is broken.
No, it is still in your heart. Do you even realize this? Age by age have men stood up and said to the world, "From what has come before me I was forged, but I am new and greater than my forebears." And so each man walks the world in ruin, abandoned and untried, less than the whole of his being.
It is a riddle.
It seems so.
Now, I admit I'm a bit conflicted right now because the usual game thing to do is like, go into all the every single one of the buildings and investigate everything. But I know, as I've said this before, I know what I'm going to find. And I know that's going to end up with, frankly, some combat. And there's some interactions you can have up the hill if you don't, well, yeah, if you don't do that, don't discover the things that they're trying to hide. But yes, I'm going to do the game thing and investigate everything. This altar appears to have been used recently. A pool of blood remains running over the sides in dark rivulets.
This village is not quite what it seems, is it?
Apparently not.
Yes.
What? Oh, wind just leveled up. See? So there's kind of a question as to why exactly more people aren't, well, at least when I have Shale with me, more people aren't impressed with the moving statue that I have with me. Oak. I think kind of unusual. I feel like we see that much death root. And that one exit right there. Yep. Bring into cart. Village shop. Can I sell you some of the stuff I just... your dead companions? Possibly just steal some stuff?
As you say.
The army clothing left on this dismembered man... Thank you. Indicate that he was from Redcliffe, one of Arlemon's knights. Well, we know what happened to one of them.
Very well.
More root of the elf. First shot was straight through his head. Stop and pick some flowers on the way. Stan, thank you. AI doesn't seem to be doing that well with
Very well.
keeping Sten active and actually, like, you know, dealing with the threats we're facing.
It will be done.
Alright. Let's see what's going on in here.
We are blessed beyond measure. We are chosen by the holy and beloved to be her guardians. This sacred duty is given to us alone. Rejoice, my brethren, and prepare your hearts to receive her. Lift up your voices and despair not, for she will raise her faithful servants to glory when her Ah, welcome. I heard we had a visitor wandering about the village. I trust you've enjoyed your time in Haven so far?
Yes. Killing villagers is one of my favorite things. Your people aren't very welcoming.
What sort of welcome do you expect when you break into our homes uninvited? You see, this is why we do not like visitors. They are not like us. They will do us harm if we let them.
What? I mean, what is this? Actual consequences for just going into people's homes and stealing stuff? What have you done to Brother Genetivi?
We don't owe you any explanations for our actions. We have a sacred duty. Failure to protect her would be a greater sin. All will be forgiven.
And the remaining villagers fled. That's probably entirely reasonable. But no books to read for lore about, the various Androstian heresies and cults of that no doubt existed in Scrapped Chest. Let's see what's in here. Small silver bar and a ring of faith.
Very well.
The thing which I know the cremation is very common in Thedas. Had always attributed that to the possibility of spirits possessing the dead and bringing them back to haunt the living. But realize it could also be a sort of thing where it's more about emulating Andraste, who herself was burned to ashes. Anyway.
Yes.
Brother Genetivi. I'll be right with you.
Who are you? They sent you to finish it.
Brother Genetivi?
You're not one of them, thank the Maker.
Are you alright?
What do you think? Weeks of scant food and water, the torture. Oh, I've never felt better.
That would be the very sarcastic response. That's the, well, I suppose you don't need me, bye-bye, but I wouldn't be this sarcastic if I need help. Like this, at least how we've developed him, he'd probably appreciate that. I get the point. Can I do anything for you?
The leg's not doing so well, and I can't feel my foot.
We do have a healer. Wynne, can you help?
I can set the leg and ease some of the pain, but he'll need a lot of rest in order to heal.
I don't have time to rest now. I'm so close. The urn is just up that mountain.
How do you know?
My research led me to Haven, and I have heard the villagers talking. I know the urn is here. Haven lies in the shadow of the mountain that holds the urn. There is an old temple there built to protect it. The door is always locked, but I know what the key is. Iric wears a medallion that opens the temple door. I've seen what he does with it.
This medallion?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Are you sure you can make the journey? Alright, do I want to ask... Could you answer some questions for me first?
All right. What is on your mind?
Do you know about the knights who were sent to look for you?
Yes, of course. How could I forget? Iric said they were ambushed, some killed, a few brought back to Haven to be questioned. He was so self-righteous about it, so smug. He seemed pleased that he had tortured and murdered these men.
Isolde sent the knights to find you when the Arl fell ill.
I see. She must have been desperate. She couldn't have known she was sending them to their deaths. Let's just talk about something else now, shall we?
I mean, yeah, that's reasonable. She couldn't have known that there was this cult involved in it. The ashes will cure Arl Eamon, won't they?
I certainly hope the ashes will save him. The legends speak of their miraculous powers. There are many stories of pilgrims being healed, the blind seeing, and the lame dancing in joy. Perhaps it is Andraste that does this. Perhaps it is belief itself. By believing the ashes are magical, you make them so.
I wouldn't say it is Andraste or compassion. Frothers lives on, because I don't really believe in Andraste being a dwarf, but yeah, it does seem kind of like they're using magic and miracles as being interchangeable. But I suppose if that's possible.
Anyway, that can be discussed once we actually have the ashes, and the Arl is better.
Haven, it's a little odd, isn't it?
Well, it wasn't exactly what I expected it to be.
Well, I might not know that. So this is the thing. Andrastianism, at least the main, or legion-based Andrastianism, doesn't have of priests in high positions. It has priestesses. There is the Imperial Chantry, which has priests being holding the highest offices. But being a dwarf, I wouldn't know that. Or an Orzammar dwarf. I suppose a surface dwarf might have perfectly good reasons to know that. Why does Haven have revered fathers?
I do not know. When the Chantry was established, it was decided that only female priests would ever be ordained. It is possible that the villagers, the disciples of Andraste, predate the Chantry and so have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules.
I kind of doubt they'd have no knowledge of the Chantry's rules. They just wouldn't see them as being rules for them. But yeah, I can imagine if they just was more fleshed out in this regard, or Dragon Age was more fleshed out in this regard, there'd probably be tons of little cults like that. Sort of early, like before the Chantry took over. What do you know about Haven and its people? You know, the ones that are still alive.
They call themselves the disciples of Andraste. They are very, very devoted. One could say fanatically so. They must be here to protect the urn, but they speak of Andraste as though she was still alive.
Is that possible?
I'm old enough to know that anything is possible, child. Was there something else you wanted to discuss?
What were the villagers doing with you?
They seemed intent on finding out personal information about me, where I grew up, things like that.
They were planning to place a fake Genetivi in Denrim.
How do you know?
There was an imposter Wayland at your house.
An imposter? What happened to the real Wayland?
Found his body stuck in a box. I'm sorry, but he's dead.
Oh, poor Wayland. I should never have dragged you into this. Make us take you into his hands, my boy.
Wayland died protecting your research.
He believed in me, even when I lost faith in myself. I will honor his memory. Was there something else you wanted to say?
You are quite prolific. Let's see if he has any more things
All
I can
right.
ask.
What is on your mind?
Nothing important, brother.
So run along and get that medallion, then.
I have it. Is this the medallion you're talking about?
Yes, that is your key. Take me to the mountainside, and I will show you.
Are you sure you can make the journey?
It is not that far, and will you let me lean on you? For the urn, any pain is worth enduring.
All right, let's leave now.
Ah, good. Help me up here. I'll try not to slow us down.
What's on your mind?
I wasn't actually trying to talk to you.
It is no trouble.
A sec, what was that? Oh, those were spikes coming out of the wall.
Here we are. Give me the medallion, and let's see if I remember. Yes, you see, it can be manipulated, just like this. And there. A key to open the way.
Curious how you managed to witness that despite being tortured. How did you know to do that?
There are very few keys like this left in the world, but I have seen some. When you find the right combination, it just feels right. It is hard to explain. Now, let's see if we can open this door. There should be a place to insert this. Oh, what I would give to have seen this hall in all its splendor, as it was meant to be. Still, sweep away the ice and the snow, and traces of beauty remain.
You need to stay alert now, brother.
I'm sorry, what? I was a little distracted, I apologize. These carvings were created just after Andraste's death, and they may reveal things about her life that we do not yet know. I think I need more time to study these statues and carvings.
You want to stay here? Is it safe?
I could not keep up with you with my injuries. I should be safe. I don't think there are any villagers here. Go. I will be all right. Perhaps my destiny was only to lead you to the urn.
Is there anything else I need to know about the temple?
It was designed to protect the urn from those who would steal it or do harm to it. Namely, the Tevinter Imperium.
What sort of dangers are we talking about here?
I'm not sure. The legends were never very specific on that point. Only the faithful shall lay eyes on the sacred ashes. Death and misfortune await the unbeliever. The Maker's gaze has fallen on Andraste's final resting place. He weeps for his beloved, and his wrath at her betrayers endures.
Your legends are nothing but a jumble of super... Well, I'm not sure I'd say that. But honestly, it makes more sense than any of the other ones.
Read between the lines, however, and you'll understand that it is merely a simple truth draped in hyperbole and metaphor. After all, no one wants to hear, Willie toiled for many a year to perfect the curious mechanisms that would send a sharpened spike up the arse of the unwary intruder.
Ooh, that sounds pleasant.
I think my decision to stay here was the best one, don't you?
Definitely. I will be back soon.
I'll be right here if you need me. Now I need something to write on.
Okay. I decided that I would like to switch out Shale for Morgan. So I'm going to see if I can't do that quick. Can't trap right now. Alright. Also, if I'm taking this as I need the faithful with me, I would probably go with Alistair, Liliana, and Wynn. Zephyrin might be Andrastian, but I don't know. But I want Morgan.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, there's possibilities we have.
By the shifting skies of the Fade, this is magnificent.
This could have, carvings and images and information that was actually from just after Andraste died. But, I mean, it's also entirely possible that it has misinformation. Like, for instance, in the, centuries since then, and this has been occupied by this cult for thousands of years. They could have modified the carvings or put in new ones. Hi.
You will not win! By the stone it shall prevail. It will be done.
And it's just traps. It's basically, famously, the Egyptian tombs are supposed to be full of traps, also curses and that such. But I understand a lot of it was actually toothless and more or less threats aimed at pretty much the people who, like, they're a lot of the tomb raiders, I understand, and were frequently, subsequent and, pharaohs, because that's quite a lot of wealth to just, leave. You can leave buried. But oh, I'm still hidden. My enemy is practically within very well.
Of course.
For some reason, the guys who are just up there are not attacking. So let's charge up and get it.
Yes.
That was an interesting technique I saw with that guy, stabbing with a mace that does not appear to have any sort of spike on the end. Fallen Knight. Permanently fallen, it seems. Am I?
At your
Oh, they actually managed to put that door out at an angle. Neat. Almost as if like a giant animal or something had gone through it. see.
What is that? A trap?
Yes, it is. There's actually better reason than most temples just actually having traps because, well, this actually has people currently maintaining it. I mean,
Adequate.
a lot of temples and
As you say.
temples and games are long abandoned, but they still have working traps and full of various monsters and other defenders.
Of course.
It is enough.
More ancient texts. I guess this is where they hid all the actual texts. 2 scrolls of Bannister. That's interesting. I have the impression those are more spread out.
I shall be silent. By my ancestors. By the stone I shall
Oh! Wait, what? There's still one over here? Yes, there is.
You shall not touch me. Very well.
I shall have a bunch of lore to read this week.
Yes. Of course.
Oh. There's some cultists behind us. That was a noise made by the cultist mage. That was sounded a lot closer than it actually is.
Of course.
So I don't know about the presence of women fighting. Is that,
Yes.
Let us understand that there's a thing about she's the author of a book called The Armored Rose, who's basically she does a bunch of research into women fighting over history, and apparently for most historical periods about a fourth of the people on the field fighting apparently most cases were women, and this is not a thing of like oh, they disguised themselves as men. No, they were just out and out women. Like, they were apparently most orders of fighting knights had women's barracks, and there were some which were fighting knights which are entirely women.
Yes. It will be done.
And I mean, this doesn't mean that there wasn't stereotypes that women didn't fight. Right? I mean, I know ancient Greeks or they're famously misogynistic. But yeah, women have been fighting throughout history.
As you say.
This would be a very good spot for... Yes. Ambush? Oh. Hi.
Very well. As you say.
Kick the spirit below the belt. Why don't you get your bow out and actually start doing something?
Let us end this!
Thank you, Stan. That was very useful. I'm wondering where the snow and ice came from. I mean, ice is what I can understand, but ceilings are probably not 100%, and waterproof, so if anything melts, it can drip in here and freeze, but looks like there's snow on the ground too, which is unusual. Cool. Okay, we can't see anyone yet.
It is some kind of trap.
Okay, Stan.
A trap. It is some kind of trap.
Hey, Win, I have an idea.
I am ready. Time to die! You win!
Oh, I just realized what the trap was for. The trap apparently sets off the ballista, so if you go across there, you get shot. Yep, everyone just stay put while I undo all the traps.
Of course.
They just have some corpses sitting around the fire? That's kind of weird. And the guy died in the fire. Oh, hello, Ash Wraith.
Here I am.
She died very quickly.
More foes approach.
Wait, what? to just decide to open the door at that.
Aragon, watch over me. Of course. Very well.
Well, let's see what's here. Nothing apparently.
More foes approach.
Your drill will save some dignity.
By the stone I shall.
Oh, this will be.
You will pay for that. Yes. I will not fall.
This is annoying.
Spirit. We must be on our guard. As you no foes approach.
To this.
Yes, I see the tripwire.
I shall do it. Another religious figure. Are we to be taught the entire history of Andraste now?
Yes, Morgan, we are. I'm gonna quick go around, go through the other side as well. You know, clear out all the enemies. Suppose it's probably a good idea because otherwise they might, you know, come up behind me and attack me, which would be bad. You know, just like swooping. Alright, let's... Alright, everyone good? Let's try the next one.
We must be careful.
I shall do so.
I don't think I told you to do anything. I wonder what happens when I open this next chest. I could have foreseen that. I feel like there's supposed to be a trap here, but I don't actually see one right now.
So be it.
Immediately.
As you say.
Your word.
Why did you stop?
Yes.
Is that it?
Of course.
Not seeing a trap here. Interesting.
Mafarath, Andraste's earthly husband, and her betrayer.
Yeah, that actually does look like a different, potentially a different technological state than we currently have. So, neat. And on we go. And actually, I think this is going to be where I'm going to call it for this one. So, thank you for watching, do any relevant things with YouTube's buttons, and have a nice night.